Hello, we're in Malta and I want to show you a very pleasant picture. I'll try and explain to you why it's pleasant. Everyone else has their own judgment, has to make their own decisions. So we have this picture of Valletta, and it's a print, an artist's proof print, so which is from outside of a limited edition. Often with limited editions there would be artist proofs and printers proofs, and my suspicion is if there were, for example, 50 or 60 limited editions, I think the artist would get a dozen, and I think the printer would hang on to a dozen as a tip, if you like, or a freebie. And I think that's the same with Passmore, it's the same with Trevelyan. I think it's just what happens. So an artist proof, AP, Richard Demarco, 1970 July, AP, Scots Street, Valletta Malta. The pencil, I think, is done on top of the print. It's not done on a margin, as is often the case. It's almost certainly done on top of the print because it says AP on top of the print. So, yeah, I think that's what's happened. This looks like a painting, but it's not a painting if it has AP on. We're going to start with the back and then we'll talk about it. So we have a lovely original back, and the frame itself is metal. It's extruded aluminium, which has been treated to make it look like gold or brass, and it's got dings in it, which is a nuisance really, because they do get dings. There's so many dings in it, and there's so many little dings in it that it unifies it and it's uniform. And what you've got is a frame which would have been contemporary when the painting was done and the prints were made. I think it goes very well. You have a plain card mount which is slightly discoloured, and it all goes well together. I would leave it as it is. The picture is interesting because the perspective is unusual, because when most people draw a street, the height from where the eye is usually is on the ground floor, on the ground level, and then the lines of perspective are only on the top. So if you can imagine the street level was here, that would be a normal picture. But here, because it's Valletta, you've got the underground or under the ground level, or under eye level perspectives, which are coming up from under the position of painting. So it's a very, very unusual perspective, and he's done a fantastic. This painter's done a fantastic job. You've got an English style post box. You've got the wonderful undulating street. You've got the fantastic Maltese architecture with the windows and balconies, the spire, the wires, the windows, the louvres, the open windows, and the cars. So it's absolutely fantastic, and it's very evocative of what Malta looks like now still. In the back streets of Valletta, that's what you still can go and see. So it's a print, it's from 1970, it has original glass and frame. It has a label on the back which says Scots Street, Valletta spelt with one L, which is often you find, Richard Demarco. Sale at Line and Turnbull, St George Street, Edinburgh. Line and Turnbull still is there now. And it was sold on Saturday the 17th of August 1986, lot number 60. And it's under the pencil, it looks like it was sold for £80 in 1985. That was quite a lot of money. So this is in Malta for sale. It's back home. It's come from Edinburgh to Malta, and I think it's back home where it belongs. Yes, it's a print, not a painting. I think it's wonderful. Thank you.